Greetings, this is Samir Reddy of Earth-Based Records News About Show. Walter, this is the Buck Show, Walter. And the issue here is the peace process for South Korea, North Korea, Australia, United States, etc. And Israeli peace and Afghanistan, Iran, etc. Here's the thing. This is implicated with elections in Israel, Netenyahu being thrown out, and the United States, Donald Trump. Both of these men have domestic legal problems in their respective countries. No matter what you think of the United States or what you think about Israel, it's a different English kind of language problem or word. So, I'll tell you this, what I know about Israeli politics, it's like a revolving door. In the old days, before Netanyahu, it was like a revolving door politics. That means, tower kind of politics, that you get in, most of the time, like say you see a revolving door, and you're a kid and we're trying to be young again, like nobody wants to go inside the office building, but everybody loves like Macy's, New York City, if you've ever been there. Like, especially, have you seen a really big revolving door? I've been in revolving doors that are bigger than my bedroom here, They are very large, and then they're power, like you don't have to put. Even better when you can't, like they got revolving doors with like hydraulics or something. I don't know, air power, air cushion or hydraulics, like you push them and they just keep spinning, and they're like, it's a big revolving door, and still. Oh, I digress. Yes, Israeli politics in the old days, Menachem Begin and Ariel Sharon and Yitzhak Shamir and etc. used to be like revolving door politics, and that's really what today's news indicates for Israel. I checked the news. I know about the recent rumors about Trump's legal problems in relation to the attack on Congress and other personal legal problems. Netanyahu are charged with corruption inside of Israel with the Israeli government. This is the important point, really based on the pointer in Netanyahu, the peace treaty signed between Korea and Australia, which should put an end to the Korean War, but that war is not quite concluded because the peace with the United States has not been achieved. And these two men together, Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu, this was the linchpin, was Netanyahu couldn't make a comeback despite his legal problems. And only today I read that Benjamin Netanyahu could make a comeback in Israel. Now that was the key. Now why would that happen? Well, the other guy, not Pepe Le Pew, but the other guy, Ehud, not Barak, but Naftali Bennett, he's a financial specialist. All of us have probably gone through a lot of financial reviews. Netanyahu himself, facing corruption charges in Israel. The problem there, of course, he's a military man, and it's hard to put military, on corruption charges. And what is exactly the thinking? You're charging your own armed forces with being corrupt. Their job is to kill people, and what they failed to do so, or so in Israel. Well, maybe, I don't know how that would work. We asked you to take this money and kill people, and I don't know, you bought bonbons for yourself, excuse me, instead of for the other guy, something like that. I don't know how that goes. Anyway, this is not, I'm trying to be more comedic than humorous, But as far as reality, getting real, look, Netanyahu is already plotting his comeback. Donald Trump is still on the ticket for the Republicans Monday morning, despite what might have happened over the weekend. What that means is that the Korean War, which was reported like this close to being over about a week ago in the United States, still has something to do with closing out that, according to Korea itself. The United States is the last obstacle to closing out the Korean War, and this is gonna be like, in my opinion, like reported in many places, that this is gonna be like Iranian hostage crisis 1979, where like the Republicans were like, well, why should we help you? We could just wait till the election, win the election, and then we can arrange the rest of the peace. So, regards to Middle Eastern peace, Korean peace, these two peace treaties were obviously Korea very close. Israel probably very close as well. Afghanistan is just a refugee crisis. Um, so I think that they're just going to hold out, like, till they win the election. Trump in the United States, 2024, and Netanyahu already planning his comeback in Israel. So that is the news. We call it Buck Show Walter on Earth-Based Records YouTube channel.